Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA. No one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. Look at the Mavericks. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And I think for the Knicks, they're obviously trending in a positive direction, but still working out some of those early season timing issues. But I have to say, I like what I'm seeing.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Karl Anthony Towns. Trae Young is out there with Trey Mann. And it's Durant and it's Hart in at the 3 spot. And for the Heat, the guard set is Rozier and Hero. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Hey, Shams, the Heat seem to always be in that area of making a big move, thinking about a big move, certainly seeing what could be out there. What's your sense? Are they trying to shake up their
competing and really trying to get to the cusp of winning a championship? The question is, can they find another star player to bring to this group? Are they willing to move the assets? And do they have the complementary pieces to go get that star player? But the Heat, we've seen it over the last 4 or 5 years. They're a team that has one thing in mind, and that's winning a championship.
And they can be scary when they get to the playoffs.
Playing the regular season is one thing for this Heat group. They know when the lights are shining the brightest, they can turn it up another level in the playoffs. That's what Eric Spoelstra brings.
The free throw line, my call would sound like this. Now at the line, Jaylen Brown. 1.
I don't know any coach who wouldn't love to have a Bam Adebayo. His versatility and commitment to the game are just outstanding.
Now, here is Young. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Jaquez left side. Hero, that's a 2-pointer. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, he's so skilled at attacking at a moment's notice. Hero goes straight into his shot.
Durant up top. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That's his first foul.
Well, that's a very early foul for him. Needs to be more careful and not pick up a second one this quarter.
Young from outside hits it from 3-point range.
A volume shooter. Young takes and makes loads of threes.
Now, here's Rozier. 23 points his last outing. And it's sent back by KD. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. The Trey. Jaquez with the bucket.
Well, you got to honor the three-point shot of Jaquez Jr., especially when he's lurking around these corner spots.
All the way to CBA introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax. It's a whole nother animal now to have the second apron. And that, certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. And so Butler nails both of them.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Hart. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, they've started this game strong offensively. 3 out of their first 4 attempts.
To the middle. Here's Butler. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, and for a coach, seeing your schemes clicking like that is very rewarding.
Young against Hero. The 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Miami leading by 4. And Rozier, here we go. Butler passes to Rozier. Adebayo with the ball. Clock at 6. Floats it up for Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, he can do that. Adebayo's an excellent athlete, even by NBA standards.
You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
So connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
Free throw, good Butler.
Well, Butler embodies toughness. He plays hard every single minute that he's on the court.
And the Knicks making a change here. Stewart's checked in. Miami leading by 6. Jaquez outside. Ball stolen. And a fast break now for New York. Young with no one around. And another 3 for New York.
Well, you need to run Trey off of his shot. If Young gets into his jumper, it's normally going in.
Butler kicks to Rozier. Over in the corner, Jaquez. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Jaquez has got 6 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo, an athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots.
Count that one. 6 points for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Young pass to Stewart. Back to Young. Stolen by Hero. Over in the corner, Rozier. And as the salary cap looks set to rise significantly, Shams, any major effects that you can anticipate?
It won't be like the year the Warriors signed KD. They're going to smooth the cap numbers, and it's not going to spike quite the same. But these numbers will continue to get eye-popping when you think about player salary, and you have to keep in mind luxury tax and the new second apron that came into play with the collective bargaining agreement, and that will play a part in how teams build, not putting yourself in a restrictive position to continue to build winning organizations.
A lot of moving parts to contend with, but boy, a lot on the horizon. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Hero. Outside Rozier. Miami no good on that time either.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaime Jaquez. That's his first foul. And the Knicks decide to take their first timeout here.
Timeout, Knicks. And here come your Heat Breaker dance crew.
Hey, Sean, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA. It's been LeBron's league. It's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, is so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David.
Josh Richardson.
Bryant passes to Highsmith. That three off the mark.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Young. New York missing again.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
Jaquez outside. Richardson with the screen on Young. No one near Rozier as he lets it fly. Hands it from downtown. And the Heat lead by 13.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Duncan Robinson, he's checked in for Rozier. And a switcher also for New York. Payne, he's checked in for Trey Mann. Knicks trail by 13. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. Here's Jaquez. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Payne dishes to Young. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got 9.
And from that extended range, few do it better than Trae Young.
Pass to Jaquez. Durant with the steal. Here's Payne, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Here's Richardson, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Pulls up on the wing. Jaquez with the bucket. And 12 points for Jaime Jaquez.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And the Knicks miss again.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
No coverage that time.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix. But they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, guys, what I love about Young is you cannot break his will. Great mental and emotional toughness.
Now, here's Richardson. Still without a basket. Pass to Robinson. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by New York. Young outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, and when he gets inside, Trae Young is an expert at finding contact and getting to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
Ellis, he's checked in for Payne. And so Young nails them both. The Heat leading by 10. And here's Richardson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Miami.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And also, how about how disruptive they've been on defense, not allowing the opposition to get comfortable and also being able to create a lot of steals as well.
And we saw some players banged up down the stretch last season, Shams.
I'm told that there was a focus on maybe allowing some more flexibility in physicality. It definitely upped the intensity some, and I think that's what the fans want. But there are going to be some trade-offs, and that includes the free throw rates, that includes game time, and in the long haul, adding some more physicality and adding some more attention to detail defensively and allowing defenders to play more and defend more. That should be good for the game.
Yeah, those were good trends, I would agree. New York shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Free throw good. Hart. And Hart drops them both. The Heat leading by 10. Butler passes to Bryant. Here's Richardson. Right wing. Here's Highsmith. Again, the miss by the Heat. New York shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. From downtown.
Next, Kevin Durant. First personal foul. Penalty.
Heat shooting 56% in this first quarter. An outstanding start for this offense. Pass to Highsmith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Now here's Ellis. Scoreless thus far. Durant. Robinson with the block. Hard against Butler. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got his 4th assist in this one.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
There's Ellis with the 3-ball. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Really left alone that time. Richardson's got 5.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
KD, a screen on Robinson. McBride passes to KD. Yes, that goes in. And that's now 10 points for Kevin Durant.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Richardson outside. Pass to Robinson. Here's Highsmith. And the Heat, another 3.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so it's the Miami Heat. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll get right back to the action when we return. so far through one quarter. It's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Ellis. Isaiah Stewart out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Loads it up for Adebayo.
It's been great to see Rozier's growth as a passer over the course of his career.
So it's New York now. It's a 13-point game. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Knicks with the rebound.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Adebayo kicks to Rozier. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Butler. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 7 points for Jimmy Butler.
Well, if you're going to give Butler a look from the mid-range, he's more than happy to take it.
Here's Hart. Nails the 16-footer. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Butler. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Butler is good at creating contact because he is so assertive offensively.
He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
The free throw drops for Butler.
And free throws have never really been an issue for Butler. Makes a living at the line.
Heroes checked in for the Heat. Cameron Payne's checked in for New York. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Knicks trail by 11. Here's McBride, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Terry Rozier.
Clearly a foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for the Knicks, Miles McBride, 2.
Free throw good, McBride. The Heat making a switch here. Jaquez is checked in. And McBride drops them both. The Heat leading by 9. Outside, Hero. Adebayo kicks to Hero. Good ball movement here by the Heat. There's the triple. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Rozier's got 4 assists now tonight.
A short corner 3 there for Hero. Such a smooth stroke from deep.
Up the floor. Finish off the break. Hero's got 11 points.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Payne kicks to Ellis. New York, no good that time either.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Well, what you have to love about Hero is how confident he is. Some of the shots he takes and makes demonstrate that to a T.
That's good from Hero for the Knicks. Trey Mann, he's checked in for Ellis. And Trey Young subbed in for Miles McBride. And Hero drops them both. Knicks trail by 16. Young looking around. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. For New York, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect in line so far here in the second quarter. And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Hero passes to Jaquez. Hero with it. Bain covering. Adebayo the screen. To the paint. And the rejection by Towns.
And that's outstanding defense and timing by Towns. Good to see him making an impact on this end.
Here's Rozier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. The first free throw is good.
You know, and every year, it just seems like Rozier gets better. You see his drive, the hunger, the desire to keep improving.
And both free throws good for Rozier. Knicks trail by 14. On the wing, man. Back to Young. A three ball. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Young. And Adebayo sends it back.
That's great anticipation by Bam. He sees the game so well, doesn't he?
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Young for three. It's hauled in by Hero. The Heat leading by 13. Knocked away. Young with the steal. Here's Mann. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Mann's got 5 points so far. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
Yeah, their guys really got after it on the glass. Sometimes that's the difference maker between a win and a loss.
Here's Mann. A three-pointer off the mark. He'd have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the... Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Yeah, he's adding a little spice on that finish. I didn't know Bam had that in him.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Knicks trail by 15. Young with the ball. He's got 17. Pass to Towns.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that
foul. For New York, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Karl Anthony Towns. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Well, when your big can contribute from the line like Towns, you gotta like your chances.
And Towns drops them both.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, D.A., is a two-way threat. Jaquez with the bucket.
Well, when Jaquez puts it all together, you see exactly what he can do.
And Young kicks to Stewart. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 8 rebounds in this game.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Highsmith. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by Stewart. Stewart's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
And it's blocked. Outside Hero. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Payne in the post. Jaquez defending, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
When he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. A different look for Miami. Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for Adebayo. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Hero. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Knicks. And he's good on the second. The Heat leading by 14. Rozier kicks to Richardson. Rozier against Young. Bryant a screen on Young. Rozier with room to fire. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Payne passes to Towns. Durant deciding where to go with it. From the stripe. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
And the defense has to be aware of KD at all times, especially when he's hovering around that mid-range.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And a chance to check out the stats for Richardson, how he performed last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to have a knockdown shooter like that coming off the bench, a great asset for any coach.
Absolutely. I wish I had 2 or 3 like him coming off the bench when I was coaching. If I did, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys.
Back to Rozier. Over in the corner, Jaquez. And the 3 off target.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
To the inside. Going One up high, Kevin Durant.
Look at KD throwing it down, not giving the defense any opportunity there.
Rozier against Young. Richardson with the screen on Young. Rozier for three, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Durant's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Towns has got 5 now.
Look, this is a big part of Towns' value. He's a big who can stretch the floor for you.
Back to Rozier. And it's blocked. Rozier against Young. Towns, high post. 5 points in the game. And that one, good.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
Rozier, the pass to Bryant. Bryant with a screen on Young. And Bryant slams it in.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Towns, a screen on Richardson. Inside. Tries again. Misses the layup. Miami leading by 9. From deep three-point land. And it's Rozier missing.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And once Rozier spots that hole in the defense, he just doesn't hesitate. Just sends the ball to an open shooter.
New York calls timeout. For New York. Hart, he's checked in for Trey Mann. Ellis comes in for Cameron Payne. And Miles McBride subbed in for Young. Knicks trail by 14 to the wing right side. Now McBride. Durant for 3. Robinson pulls it in.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to McBride. KD, a screen on Rozier. And here's Towns. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Towns has got a pair of triples in the second now for the Knicks.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
The kick out to Rozier. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Knicks trail by 11. Here's Hart. Offline with his 3. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. And what a treat it was to have Sean stop by. He's definitely become part of the fabric of the NBA.
Yeah, and I'll say this. You won't need a harder worker in terms of NBA coverage. Shams has amazing dedication to his craft.
From deep three-point territory. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Hart. Hart's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. third of the game so far.
Pass to Bryant. Down low. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Ellis, the pass to Hart. Fires the 3. And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Ellis.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And the basket by Rozier.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Durant in the corner. Butler with the steal. Rozier looking around. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Rozier. 7 seconds left in the first half. With 2 seconds left. And Towns with the lay-in good. And 12 points for Karl Anthony Towns. A big-time effort for Terry Rozier, providing a lot of energy for the Miami Heat. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Miami Heat.
Offensive rebounding is like an ATM, cashing in extra chances to score. Trust me, that's a fun way to play.
I do. Trust a guy with over 4,000 offensive rebounds. Also, the guards love the extra kickouts from the paint.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Well, right now for the Heat, this team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And as we